Let's go ahead and take some questions from the Zoom. We'll start, and then we'll come to questions here in the room. Percy, kick us off, then Jeff Brown, go ahead.
Hey there, Coach. How you doing? Hello. Hi.
There you go. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey there, Coach. The last time you played the Aces, with Asia, she went for like 29 and 14, but you guys were able to make her inefficient in terms of shooting. Is like that the key kind of when you're dealing with a player like that?
29 points, but didn't feel like she was very efficient. Just her presence. And obviously, you're looking at the box score and you see maybe it's not her normal efficiency, but she's still impactful in a lot of ways. You're absolutely right. I mean, you have to make sure she's, uncomfortable and in space and crowded, and you're physical with her. But I mean, at the end of the day, she's playing at a high level, MVP caliber level, and you can give your best effort, and she still is able to play exceptional. So, even though we walked away with a win, she was still very impactful. And we have to make sure, today we're locked into that, but just we can have great defense and she's still going to, do what she does.
And the last time you guys, played the same, it like felt like this like big test, like where are we? And I'm sure that every game feels that way, but after you sort of come from that, how do you approach this game and when we face them tonight?
Different beasts. They're and to me in this inflection point. You hear Becky talking about them playing with edge, and you add Gray back into the mix. This is going to be a different team than we saw even a few days ago. They're going to be hungry. Their desire to play better is going to show, and I already know the first moment. And we're in their environment, so it's dangerous. And I know that they are not who they were last week, no matter if Chelsea is playing a lot of minutes or not, just because their mindset is going to be way different. And so with that, knowing that our mindset is different as well, our approach to our systems and locked into scout remains focused. But to me, aside from X's and O's, it's the emotion, the mental fortitude, and all the intangibles that are going to come into play today.
There you go. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Percy. Jeff, and then Christian, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, just talking about Chelsea Gray there. Obviously, I'm not sure if she's going to be on a minutes restriction or anything like that, but how does maybe kind of the game plan or the details kind of change if she's on the court versus not on the court?
Just her presence, makes everything more difficult, no matter if she hadn't played a game since October or not. She's cerebral. Her basketball acumen is top notch. And again, just the mere, her being on the court, that's going to give some motivation, some whatever you want, emotion to her team. And in the same night, in the same breath, she hasn't played in a long time, so we do want to test that a little bit. Push the pace a little bit, make sure she's in some actions. But at the end of the day, this is one of the best point guards in our game and one of the best players in the world. And no matter how many minutes, big or small, she's going to make an impact.
And it seems like your schedule slowed down slightly this week as far as not playing a game every other day. With that extra time, maybe what's been the focus in practices?
Defense. I don't think our defensive effort was where it needed to be against Phoenix. And that was our, that's where we want to hang our hat on. And if we want to say that, we have to do that. And so we focus on the defensive end, focus on us. And practicing is in this time frame it comes few and far between. So we wanted to take advantage of that as best as possible to lock into our stuff.
Definitely. Thank you, Coach.
Christian, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. The other day when you spoke to media, you said that you felt like the temperament, as far as the defensive impact against Phoenix, felt like it was impacted especially by the offensive performance. The team averages 20 attempts from three per game, but you guys took 10 in the first quarter against Phoenix. Just wondering, is that something that you saw, something that you pointed out going into the game against the Aces, who can shoot the lights out as well?
Yeah, we can't play tit for tat. I think we have to play the game, the way, read the game. And again, I think because our defensive, like I called it, our defensive temperament wasn't where it needed to be. It impacted what we did on the offensive end. We got in a hole early, and then we felt like we had to play catch up and make some home run plays. The ball didn't move. We took some tough shots, and Phoenix was on fire. So learning from that and coming into another environment where we're at another, we're on the road with a team again who is very hungry. We have to be disciplined in everything that we do, because it can be a long night if we aren't. And again, we will continue to make sure our defensive effort is where it needs to be.
And last but not least, the last time we spoke, I believe after the Phoenix game, you said that despite being on the road, that today being Juneteenth, that you would find a way for the team to kind of commemorate this day and spend time with each other. I wonder if you saw the video with NECA and Jewel talking about it. It was pretty good to talk about music and arts and how they relate to that and how that kind of represents who they are as Black women and also on this day. Just wondering, like, if you guys spoke about it as a team or anything to lead up into this day.
Yeah, I actually spoke on it this morning. So after this game, make sure the players that come in here take a pop quiz on Juneteenth. And in all honesty, there is some, history that matters. When you're talking about a league full of Black women, you're talking about one of three Black women coaches in this league. And so for me to come into the locker room this morning and speak on Juneteenth was important, because there's some people in the locker room who may not understand what this day is. We will wear t-shirts today. So it was important that we understood why we're putting these t-shirts on. Juneteenth is, the official day that slaves were freed, but actually it was December 6th, 1865, when it was official. And just understanding, that about where I come from. I always talk about I stand on the shoulders of giants, and my ancestors endured a lot in this country, for us to have opportunity, for future generations to have opportunities, and for myself to be sitting here in front of you guys. I don't take it for granted. So Juneteenth, we commemorate, we honor, we remember all our ancestors and our family members and all the people who endured some tough times in this country, but also we celebrate unity and we remember how far we come. And I talked about being the healing today. When you know what you've been through and where you come from, you have a responsibility to do better and be better.
Thank you, Coach.
Well said. Thank you, Coach. We'll see you post-game.
No questions. Oh, all right. Okay.
But we'll do them. We'll do them off the Zoom. Yeah.